Welcome to the Resistance. Good evening, one and all. How are we doing tonight? Good to see you all once again. I have officially got a new mic this week, so you'll have to let me know. I tried to test it. Hopefully the audio is good. Get a new headset. So yeah, we'll just hope that the stream goes well tonight. How are we doing? Good to see you, Floyd. Floyd, of course, is first. First the worst, the second the same. Something about better than all the rest. Something. Oh, good to see you. Let's see, Dustin, how's it going? Joel, true to you as well. G6 is treating me well. I think as long as I'm not rushing it, bud, it's been really good. I'm just trying to take it slow, and obviously I'm at 67 without even realizing. I'm like, it feels like I was just going to the G6 and now we're here. So it is what it is. So awesome stuff. As long as I keep up on my ships and stuff, I've been doing pretty well. So, it's not too scary. Although, if I do get to near G7, near 70 when they release it, supposedly October, November this year, release the 70 plus. Last time when they came out with G6, it totally was horrible. So hopefully it is not as bad. Yeah, bud. Yeah, Ops 21 going towards 22, then 23. Just all I can say is enjoy the journey. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it. Don't feel like you have to be G6 yet. Enjoy it. Enjoy the journey as much as you can, as much as Scopely and whatnot will let you. Maverick, how's it going? Good to see you, bud. What's new? What's going on, bud? Well, we're always moving forward, aren't we? It feels like we're, halfway, maybe about halfway through the month already? It's crazy, man. It feels like we're halfway through already. And where is the music? What? Did I not cue up the music? Oh, all the other stuff I was trying to get ready just before we started, too. And we don't have the music going. You should all, ban me. Okay, make sure the level's good. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. If I need to turn it up at all, let me know, everyone, okay? Yeah, research is key. Research is key for sure. You got to keep on it. At least the efficiency, if not the other stuff. Definitely. Definitely. Tired of tournaments, are we? Oh, yeah. Tournaments are... I just looked really quick. Did anyone see any new rewards? I didn't see any new rewards. It just looks the same. Looks the same rewards to me. They need more stuff in there. It's kind of going downhill for me. There's just not a lot in there that is exciting anymore. I don't know. It is what it is. Oh no, Joseph. 28 million lat gone. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh man. Now if you're in G6 and you're spending that kind of latinum and you're it's something that you're it's my ops, I'm speeding it up, whatever. I've heard stories of that, but if you accidentally did it, oh, that's gotta burn. I'm so sorry to hear that. Just tell Scopely it was an accident and ask for it back. Oh, womp womp. Hey, Lloyd, how's it going? Good evening to you, my friend. Hey, Lloyd, how is the audio? Is the audio okay, everyone? New mic. Hopefully it sounds perfect. I tried. I'm not an audio professional. Any stretch of the imagination, that's not me, but I did try to make it sound decent. So there it is. Oh, Davrick. You don't want to pay to do it? I don't pay to do the 10,000 ones. We've talked about this before. What are you struggling with, bud? Oh, Grimlock, that sucks. Yeah, we started to actually slip. Let's look real quick. I think we actually started to slip in tournaments. Where are we at now? Oh, okay, we were like around 15th, and so I was like, holy crap, I better get in and do this later today. I'm saving it for us to do it on stream. So yeah, the grindy ones, I don't do those either. Oh, nice, Joseph. Yeah, getting caught up on that research. I didn't finish my research until I got around that same ops as well, I think. So, sound louder than normal? Okay, okay. I can always turn it down, but as long as it sounds good, then that is the most important thing there. I think my other mic, I didn't know how to set up. It was a USB one, but this is an XLR, and so I was going for a higher quality mic this time, and hopefully it's a good thing. Little static maybe my work headset. Yeah, I was struggling trying to figure out how to get rid of it. There was some static. I thought I got rid of it, so hopefully it's not on my end. But maybe speeding up soon. Research almost done. Nice. 50. Can't go back to, sub 40 to get back to where you want. What was it you wanted, Floyd? Wasn't it like going back to 39, or was it even farther than that? But good to hear you're still progressing, bud. Good to hear. Good sound. And Grimlock, I want to unlock that Syndicate XP upgrade. Yeah, I'm working on getting my XP maxed. I think within a couple of months I should be there. This one, I'm only maybe a week or less out. 5 or 6 days probably. And then the last one, whatever that will require. So I still sound like me. Not sure that's a good thing. Womp womp. I love it, Floyd. I love it. And not being a sound guy, I had to go and do my YouTubing and try and find something that sounded good. And so I was like, there's like so many different like tutorials on. They all cover kind of the same stuff, but some are more involved than others. So hopefully it works out. That's all I had to say to myself before I started. In-game TARDIS. That's right. It was 39. You wanted to go back in the TARDIS. That's a good question, Chris. I've been able to do a video. I think we did. I did a video on hitting the explorers. And Janeway was the secret. Janeway was the secret. Are you trying to figure out how to do those, Chris? I did want to talk about fleet commanders tonight, and I'm going to fully admit to everyone that I have my general ones that I keep, kind of in there, slotted, and I have some that I'll change once in a while for certain things. But for the most part, I can't, there's stuff I may miss about them. So I thought we'd have a little conversation at some point tonight to look at those. So, see, there you go. So the Janeway trick video is like the best one to kind of look at for that. Essentially what we're looking at, though, Chris, is if you remember in the good old days when we would have, Pike, Moreau, Chen, that's essentially who you're using, but they basically stop most of the damage, right? They stop most of the incoming damage for energy weapons anyways. And she has a couple of skills here you'll want to look at. Now, you don't have to max them or have them as high as I have them here. I don't remember. It's in the video, I'm sure, but it was like just a few had to have like somewhere between 3 and 5 levels of this, I think. Or wait, was it? You're reducing their shield mitigation. I think it was this one. Yeah, so you're reducing the incoming damage. So after a few levels of this, you basically get to the point where you're zeroing out their damage. So that's pretty cool there. Let's actually... I don't need a cube, but we'll just show you. I'll just pull that out. Ah, there's a little bit of an echo, huh? Okay. I wonder. I lower my audio just a tad, see if that fixes it. Thanks, bud. Alrighty, so I'm not going to change anything below decks. We'll just leave it. You can actually hit these hostiles with a lesser ship. So actually, let's your ops 59, did you say, bud? Oh, Dustin, it gives a pretty big what was it? Was it the purple skin that gave the transwarp, or no, I think this one was the, I don't remember if this was the refit or the one that gave the extra shots. So the closest thing I can kind of get is my Enterprise. Well, you have a 59. Yeah, my Sanctus is maxed. Thanks for the sub, Chris. I appreciate that. That's really awesome. Thanks so much. So let me do this first, Dustin, and then we'll get back to you. We'll get back to that question. So let's try this. And if I go, actually, let's drop even a tier. Let's just drop it down to, say, my Sompek. Okay, so is that what we want? That'll probably be fine. Actually, no, that's another rare ship, huh? My bad. Sorry, guys. Let's drop it down to a Corvus, which is even a lower ship than you're using, Chris. But we've got Pike Monroe Chen there. And we've got Janeway in one of the seats here, right? She's right there. So let's go ahead. Should we do the Enterprise A? I don't have one. I scrapped it. Let's go ahead and start this one. So top of the 4 tier of the 4-star explorers, right? So this is some good stuff here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and let's go out here with this ship. And let's see how well we do. And we'll just show this on stream in case you haven't seen it, everyone. Some people have seen the videos, others haven't. But good information anyways. So let's zone in and let's just hit this 1,000 million billion, 238 billion basically strength ship. Don't tell me we're not going to win this thing. Okay, so let's look at that. That may be the problem. As you can see, I haven't lost my whole health, right? Let's go look at the battle log. My guess is that it hit the 100 range, or not range, the 100 round maximum. See, we got it down. We took like no damage. Okay, so if we haven't, see, 100 rounds. Exactly. So this went 100 rounds, and since we didn't kill in 100 rounds, we kind of lost but didn't win, or we kind of won but didn't lose, kind of thing. And if you can see it, 0 damage all the way through. We should have 0 damage. You should, in fact, be able to hit this with even a Rialta. I've seen screenshots of that. You should be able to hit this thing with the Rialta, take 0 damage. Now, you probably have the same result where you're not doing enough damage to beat it. But look, 0 damage, 0 damage, 0 damage, 0 damage. So what could we do? Well, we could probably boost it with, say, a Cerritos boost and beat this thing. So there just shows you, Chris, and anyone else that hasn't seen this before, but with Janeway, having her, she is a phenomenal person to have when you're doing Q's trials. So pretty awesome. Hey, C, how's it going, bud? Good evening to you. So I'm going to hit it actually with a Rialta, and we'll just see. I want to do it before time runs out, but we should have time to do that. Need about 30 slots for one of each need, especially ship. Oh, the need for having multiple Oh, what you call it? See, no damage to repair even, so that's proof there. But yeah, having enough slots in your ship management screen, huh? Your it's not docks. What is it called? Your hangar, your ship hangar, huh? I have a fleet of fortunates I use during, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fortunates I use during territory capture. I haven't used her much in PvE, I'll be honest. Like, I haven't calculated that. Let's see what this one does. So, it probably won't take hardly any damage, but we should survive. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Rialta is still alive. I love that. So, even a Rialta at 859, 860,000 strength does not go kaboom. And it goes 100 rounds. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so that's just the power of Janeway right there. Now, like I said, my skills are close to being max, but I saw this working at much lower levels with her abilities. So even, like I said, as long as I think you can start doing really well with these, even once you get, oh wait, that's the mitigation one. I have to read them. I always click on the wrong one, I guess. Decreasing their damage. You don't have to have this as high as 14. I'd have to go back and look at the video, so I apologize for not having this, but somewhere around 3 to 5, I start seeing these results with this ability. So pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. So as far as Q's trials go, I haven't tried super hard to get the other ones maxed. I probably will eventually, but if we hop in here and I back out here, I haven't finished the interceptors and battleship ones. But because, well, and one thing you'll have to know too, Chris, and anyone else, is that the hostiles in this track until probably around 1.1 billion, like 1.1 billion, I think it was, and above, they were all energy weapons. And remember, Chen only affects or reduces the energy weapon damage. Okay. Before that, about 1.1 billion hostiles and above, you're still going to have hostiles that will have like energy and kinetic weapons they're firing off. So those will be a little bit harder. But if you can get to this point where they're only firing energy weapons, you can just rock this and max this out every single day and get your 200 times whatever your bonuses are from your station or from your building in your station and all that. So kind of something cool to look at, right? So yeah, pretty cool that the Rialta can survive that long. The thing I like most, Dustin, I think, about Kirk is his warp range and his impulse speed. Now, before the time runs out, I'm going to quickly just swap to a stronger ship. Yeah, you bet. You bet, Chris. I love, like, just sharing information I have. I will never pretend to be the person that knows everything. I just don't have the time for that. But, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing that you can maybe utilize. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull this. We're going to take out this ship while we're there. Alrighty, there we go. I just saved you finding the video. Killing my YouTube views, but it's okay. I do it for the community. I'll just knock out a couple more while we're here, I think. So let's see. We had another question. Was it Dustin? Remind me, we're going to get back to it. I think, Dustin, you had a question about like the cube skins and which ones I kind of like the most, right? So let's do. I just want to do my dailies real quick, and then we'll talk about that. But there's two, and we can pull it up in a second here. But I can talk about it while I'm traveling. Essentially, there's two skins I have. I don't have the. I don't know if it's a skin or. It's the one where you can do field repairs. I don't have that one for the cube, but I have the one that increases its that gives you the instant warp. That's the transwarp drive, I believe. And then let's just locate this one here. Oh, good. It's right next door, right there. Perfect. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the other one that gives multiple shots. That's the second one that I have. I like both of them. For me in the G6 area, like being able to use a transwarp drive to go and do my dailies or to do some G6 solos is just freaking amazing. Like I don't have to do anything with warp range, or not warp range, with warp speed. Like I can just instantly get to the system I want to be in. Now, there are some primes that I haven't unlocked yet that kind of increase its damage and stuff like that, but those are maybe a little bit different from... let's look here. But those are a little bit different from refits, you know what I mean? Alrighty. This should be the last one we'll do, and then we'll look at the cube stuff. This way, while we're doing the cube trials, I can at least knock out my stuff for the day. Alrighty. Let's recall this. And really, the cube has become a ship that I can rely on to doing some G6 content. And I'm not talking about content crew. I'm just talking in the game, like reaching some of the content in the game. The G6 solos, I'm able to solo some pretty good ones with the cube. So it's definitely a good ship to focus on as you are going up throughout the ranks. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I wasn't just click happy, although I am click happy if you ask chat. I just wanted to claim this stuff while we're looking at it, or while I'm remembering. Okay, so let's go in and let's look at some cube refit, shall we? You know it, Lloyd. You know it, bud. I'm getting better, though, aren't I? Be honest with me. Am I getting better, or am I just about the same? So here's the two that I was talking about, and I don't know. Oh, good. I am getting better. I'll probably always be bad at it, right? But I'm trying to get better. So transwarp drive. So this basically, I like, not only does it give you instantly to where you want to go in as long as you have the warp range, but 350% increase to the whole hit points. So that is really cool. That is really cool. Which is helpful to be doing additional content. Binary cutter doubles the maximum charge of the Borg's cutting beam, allowing you to hold 2 charges. So you can be hitting armadas and or whatever in deep space, I guess, and you can hit twice. So you can charge up your beam rather than going to 100%, it goes to 200%, and then you go to the system and just ping 2 hostiles. So rather than all this back and forth of go to this system, let's charge up the cube or up the cutting beam, let's hop to this other system, and the time in between both of them. But you can go to one system, you can charge it up for 2 shots, go to the other system, ping 2 hostiles. What I've done as I've been doing G6, let's see here. The echo comes and goes. It is not your volume. It sounds like a second voice channel turned on, huh? Weird. Okay. Ooh, I think I found it. Why is that? on. I need to find how to just remove that. Okay, good call. Good call, Lloyd. Okay, hopefully that fixes the echo. Because I don't see anything else that's transmitting sound at all. So for me, those are both definitely worth it. And I think, aren't they both in tournaments? Store. I think the store actually shows stuff that you've got. So Transwarp Drive and Binary Cutter. So I would definitely get both. I think they're fantastic additions to your cube. Yeah, Masters League. So, which means, I guess, that you got to be in the top alliance, huh? So you'll have to switch alliances if you're not, I guess. And that's tough, and I can kind of see why Scopely does it, to try and offer greater rewards for those who are participating more, but if they do that, then in my opinion, they need to offer those same things through another path, some 3 months down the road from when they originally released this. 3-4 months, whatever. So kind of like the spenders, you know, the spenders get their free ships, or they spend money for their ships, and then the rest of us get it free to play later on. You know what I mean? So that's my 2 cents on that. I don't think any content in the game should be completely locked behind. I would never push for this. You know, I don't think it should ever be completely, totally, 100% always locked behind a paywall. I think eventually it should have a free-to-play option or path, because that increases engagement, and I think it's a good thing for the community. So I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's some things still in the game that aren't free to play. So it's definitely not a nickel or a dime. Oh, I love it. I love it, Floyd. I really do. Alrighty, so those are done. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to give I'm going to start going through fleet commanders, and I'm going to tell you what I think that I would probably use those commanders for, or what I like most about them. I would love for you guys to throw into chat as we're talking about them. Just tell me, hey, Commander or Admiral, this is why I like this one, or you didn't talk about this thing. This is why I really like this one. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull those up. I'm going to be penniless, I guess. Oh, funny. Because they're going to stop making pennies soon, aren't they? My hips and my legs will give me, you know, because I won't have those in my pocket, they'll be thanking me. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's hop in. Let's talk about some of these. So first one, I'll just start at the bottom here. So when 7 of 9 first came out, the thing I liked most about 7-Eleven, 7 of 9. Oh my goodness. Whoa, we're getting some 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Chris. That is super cool, super awesome. I really appreciate that. I think that's the first time on stream we've had someone gifting memberships to you know, on YouTube. So thank you. And Zero, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everyone. See the Sir D show. How's it going? David, good to see you. So it looks like we got... Whoa, and we're getting a raid coming in. Ice Wolf Laws in the house. Welcome on in, everyone. Okay, readjusting my seat just a second. Good to see everyone. Wow, we have a lot going on right now, but let's see. So we got the gifted memberships on YouTube. Good to see Ice Wolf Law. We've got. Oh, I'm glad to help Chris. You know, that do the best I can. So I'm glad that was helpful. Bacon, how's it going? Good to see you. Fox fan, good to see you. Nat, how's it going? Just get some bells. There we go. Gotta work on some more stuff. Content creation behind the scenes is never ending. How's it going? Did we have an inclusion in the inventory video? Yeah, I had to post that because that's still an issue. That's still an issue for sure. Apparently, we didn't know you were streaming, or Maverick didn't. Yeah. How was the stream, everyone? Tell me all about it. What did we talk about? What did we do? What kind of adventures in the deep, dark world of Star Trek Fleet Command did we engage in? It's weird. I didn't get my on-screen announcement about the raid. It showed in chat, though, so it was very streamy. That's better than steamy. From here, I almost didn't add that R in there. Gumby from the 35K fleet. Welcome on in. How's it going? Stealthy Panda. Love it. We're teaching a new player. She goes by Ice Wolf, but not Ice Wolf Law, right? Oh, for sure, David. There's so much to remember. And I have to use all the resources sometimes to figure out some stuff or remind myself of things. Even when like 3 months have passed and we've unlocked a new specialist ship free to play, I have to go back and remind myself, now, how does this ship work again? Yeah, there's a lot of information flowing through my noggin. And I'm pretty sure I'm sleeping like worse. I get a lot worse sleep now because of Star Trek Fleet Command, because I'll wake up in the middle of the night to go bathroom, I'll go, and then I'll come back to bed and my brain's thinking of Star Trek or some content thing or some streaming thing, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh, well, I'm glad it was a good stream, everyone. I'm glad it was a good stream. I wanted to just kind of take a minute here. Actually, what prompted this thought was that we had someone, it's been a while, and I apologize about that, weeks ago. It might have been Raw. I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone on stream said that we wanted to have a discussion about fleet commanders and when to use certain fleet commanders. So that's kind of what I'm just reviewing real quick here, and wanted to get you all's thoughts on which ones to use when. Ooh, good. Hey, Samo, how are you? Follow Major Samo on Twitch if you are not. Samo is a great creator. And by the way, reminder for all those, I try to have certain things pop up in chat. It doesn't always program right. But Ice Wolf Law, we've got Zero. I'm trying to see who else is here. But yeah, love all you guys, fellow streamers and content creators. Oh, why is that not working? Okay, technical difficulties. Let's see. Maybe that's. See if we can figure out what's going on with my shoutouts not working. Holy crap! I blame Scopely 100%. It should be working. All right, let's look at the commands. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. It's not showing on my combined chat program here. I don't see the shout out working. Let's see. Let's see if I can see. There we go. We got it. We got it. I'm gonna have to figure out why my shout out from my Why that didn't work for Samo? Dang it. Okay. Note to self. Let's make a quick note and fix that. Big shout out for Samo. Well, as long as we get a shout out for my peeps and my friends. Yeah, that's what we want. Shout out for everyone important. Better go watch it then, David. Better go watch it. So for me, what do you all like mostly about 7 of 9? And yes, I did call her 7 of 11 earlier. And if you're from Utah, you know that's a gas convenience store kind of station. So oh, there goes my brain. For me, I originally wanted to unlock 7 of 9 for this ability right here in the Entangled Wires, giving those extra quantum communicators. They do have some additional sourcing that's been added to the game. Still not great. Oh, nice, Chris. Where are you from in Utah? I always like hearing from fellow Utahns. I know there is... I'm trying to remember. I think there's a pack you can buy, but talking about the free-to-play to give you additional sourcing, I believe is it Section 31? So you can get some solo quantum communicators here by buying with these new Section 31 access keys. Yeah. Sandy, cool. Cool. Let's see here. So that's one thing I like about 7 of 9. I think she was also kind of designed with some PvP skills there. But she also has, I think, doesn't she have like some Borg base damage against players? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. There's also, oh yes, the increased efficiency of skill points for fleet commanders. That is good. I must be thinking of someone else. So she has some abilities for solos. Anything else that you guys like about 7 of 9? There's some efficiencies here. There's just, this is one beef I have though against fleet commanders is I just don't feel like there's enough points to really get what I want very quickly. It's quite the long stretch to get any of those. Let's hop into Spock. Not literally, of course, but let's look at his skills. So David, I would say that it was shocking. Luckily, I had talked to some players in my alliance who kind of prepared me. The tough part about going into G6 is it kind of just resets a lot of things. There's a lot of research that doesn't count, and you have to get used to 1.5 million Latinum per 1 day speed up for G6 stuff. So that is crazy expensive, hence why I have a lot, because I've just been saving it and trying to not spend it. So there's that. So you try and get as many Sigma speed ups as you can as you're going through. You can go to 60. That's still G5, but 61 is where you don't want to go if you don't want to do G6 yet. What else was there? I'm trying to think here. I was warned, make sure you have a couple of things are really important. Get your efficiencies done, of course, as much as you can before you finish off G5 stuff. But having a level 60 ship, a G5 Epic ship at least tier 8, and having your cube max for your ops level is really important. Trying to think what else. Those were really important so I could do the G6 solos right off the bat. And probably the other big thing is having as many, having enough faction credits for Selkies. That's the first G6 minor that you can get. I got my first one with faction credits, and the others I just got from turn-ins, like chess turn-ins. So yeah, depending, like when I went into G6, I decided to triple lock by going and hitting hustles in the mirror universe, because in the mirror universe, all the factions are positive. Like you hit those hustles and it's all positive rep. And so because of that, I ended up getting 3 Selkies eventually. But you may not have to go as aggressive or as crazy as I did. But just something to keep in mind that you'll want at least one, maybe two when you go into G6. I would have at least enough faction credits to get one, at least. So, yeah, 59 is, yeah, whenever you get to like a major milestone, you're going to get to a new grade or to the top of the grade, in this case, 60, 50, 40. Or if you're going to the next ops has a new ship, then you're going to have a lot of things you have to upgrade. So yeah, that's totally true. Lower material or gas, you might need to be mining. Yeah, it just depends. You want to keep up on your ships, and that includes your mining ships. So you need the cell. Okay, I have two. Think I should have a third. See, there you go. So it just depends. And if I like being able to send out all three of mine because I'm triple locked, one to each like zone where I can get crystal, gas, and ore. That way I can just get my mining done and be done for the day. You know what I mean? But I mean, if you have all day and you can play this all day, then I guess you could get by with one. But personally, I feel like having three is fantastic. I really do. Works really well for me. Let's talk really quick here about Spock. I like Spock. I'm trying to think. He has when I think of Spock, I think of efficiencies. I think of research efficiency, building efficiency. I think he reduces, resource costs maybe? So there's construction speed there. There's efficiency for parse steel, titanium, dilithium, research speed. This one's kind of important when you get into higher levels, especially when you are trying to max, and I probably should do this one since I'm going to save it for now, but the upper levels of maxing a ship, which you'll eventually want to do, especially I would say when you get to your G5 epics, good idea to max those because you'll use them even if you go into G6 for quite a while. I'm still using mine. I don't use as much now, but I'm getting the upper 60s now. So it's not as much, but I still do use it. But anyways, the upper levels, those costs for titanium are just insane. You have to save for quite a while. So anytime you can get efficiency research is going to help with that. I think that's great. And then there's these down here, cost efficiency for research. So you can switch out which one you're going to be focusing on. And unfortunately, you have to wait for the cooldown, but he can help you pretty significantly with some costs there. And it is ops locked, so watch out for that. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that can be done with Latinum. You can't do like uncommons and rares, but you can get typically like common materials. You can get some standard recruit tokens. There's a lot you can actually use the Latinum for, but the question is, do you want to, or is it more efficient to just save it? So that's a good question. Even though you can, I think you can actually also spend it on faction credits, but the conversion rate is so horrible, I would never recommend it. You know what I mean? So feel free to let me know how you guys like Spock and if you use him for anything else. Let's hop out of here. Locutus. I haven't done a lot with Locutus. I kind of think of him as a PvP officer or a commander, I guess. Trying to think. I think he also has some abilities for Borg cubes, doesn't he? Or not cubes. I meant solos. My bad. Solo armadas. Solo armadas. There's solo armada research there. There's some stuff here for like the... Is it the Vidar? Yeah, Vidar. For me, I didn't see a lot of value in using Locutus. There's some stuff here I could still unlock, but I felt like I'm going to get out of him what I can. Since I don't do a lot of PvP, maybe someone out here in chat, maybe one of you or multiple of you have used Locutus in PvP, but that's not been really my big thing. Like this one here, I'm like, why even mitigation stats while cloaked? I don't do a lot while cloaked, so it didn't really like impact me very much. But just a reminder that these gold bordered ones are always on, which means even if you've got them not seated in a position, you know, not taking one of your seats, these ones will still help your gameplay. So this one I could work on. I haven't wanted to because the rare, I think this is the rare, yeah, the rare skill points, they just cost too much. So I'm kind of trying to be very judicious in my decisions what to do there. So that's Locutus. I think PvP, I think he has some other stuff that isn't as helpful in today's gameplay, especially for the upper levels. If you're still doing Bork stuff, then maybe. If you're doing PvP, maybe. But for me, he wasn't always a big, like priority. You know what I mean? Khan, he's basically all PvP. I mean, we could go through some of his stuff, but I haven't unlocked him yet, and I feel like it's going to be forever before I do. But yeah, just most of the stuff in here, it's against players. It's against players, against players. So you're into PvP. This is the guy for you. And it kind of fits. Like, he was kind of just ruthless when he was fighting Kirk in the movies, right? And so I think Khan is very much... I think having him as a PvP officer in the game is appropriate. It seems to fit for me. Let's see here. Janeway. So a couple things I like about Janeway, and I'll have to remember. I think she has some efficiencies. She has some Armada stuff here. I know that I mostly liked her for the stuff we went over earlier, where we were talking about stuff for Q's trials. Now, you can actually... with this ability right here, allows you to unslot Janeway without a cooldown. You can actually have someone else in the seat. You can take them out, put Janeway in, and then you can take her back out without penalties. So you can swap her out if you're doing it just for Q's trials, for example. So for me, Janeway was fantastic as a Q's trial kind of officer. Base cost efficiency for removing forbidden tech, that's great. Warp speed, I love that. Getting where you need to in a shorter amount of time is fantastic. Research speed, I think there's some mining stuff. This stuff I haven't been able to focus on, but if you look in the station tree, there's some good stuff for like G5 players to help them progress through G5. That adds a good amount of efficiency, so that can be good. Repair costs, I think that's great too. So, but for me, a lot of when I view Janeway, I view her as, largely, I mean, she's got some efficiencies and stuff there, but largely I liked her for Q's trial. So when I'm doing Q's trial, she is like a go-to. She's a must. Khan is cool. It's too much PvP for my liking. So Dustin, you're saying there's too much PvP in the game for your liking? Yeah. Seems like Scopely keeps trying to push the PvP, and the bulk of the players are like, yeah, no. I don't think they've been as successful in pushing PvP in this game as they would have liked to at this point. So who knows what that means in the future, if they'll keep pushing more and more and more PvP, trying to get more people to get into that kind of content, or what, you know what I mean? It is expensive, Ice Wolf Law. You have to spend money to be good at it, I think. Yeah, David, I would say that is more for like the whales. First people I heard that maxed it out were in the 70s. Now I've been able to hit in some of the upper level systems, and you can focus on the research, the what you call it, the favors to help with it, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth pushing, killing yourself if there's other things to do in the game you need to focus on. You know what I mean? So I'm just taking a leisurely approach to it. I'm not killing myself to farm it. If I get it, I do. I'll eventually get there. So it just depends how much you want to really grind it out. I don't feel like it's going to affect my gameplay too significantly, because there's a lot of favors in there that are just like, they're just like stuff we already have, a lot of it, which is one reason why I didn't go on my way to buy the ship. You know, I just didn't feel like it was doing that much for the game. So Zero doesn't spend on it. Okay, cool. I have to spend money to compete. Yep, you do, Ice Wolf Law. Incursions is one of the times when they push PvP the most, you know what I mean? Oh, good to see you, Ice Wolf Law. Enjoy them tacos on Taco Tuesday. I mean, Thursday. Reliant is helping. Awesome. Love it, Maverick. Can we play? Han is not working? Well, okay, who broke it? Well, you know, things on stream, you hope that they'll work just how they're supposed to. Yeah. Need more ways to earn Latinum. Yeah, there's not enough in the game, I think. Incursions is boring with all. Yeah, I usually skip. I'll be honest, I don't do much with incursions for that very fact. I'll have to figure out what's going on, why Han Solo is broken. I know I've got Zero and Ice Wolf Law that look forward to that every time. Okay, Grand Admiral Hunter, note to self, fix Han Solo. You know, now I have a list I'm making here, everyone. Apparently Han Solo's broken, so why ever that's not playing. Okay, so let's hop back in here. Let's just finish looking at some of these. So there's Janeway. What do we think of Sloane, huh? Who likes Sloane? Raise your hand. Because I can totally see you raising your hand from here. Raise it. Raise it. I'm looking at you, Daverick. I haven't noticed that, Dustin. That's not when you've hit your 2,000 ship limit, is it? I know that you stop getting rewards for things when you hit that ship limit, but I can't remember if ship XP is one of those. I know drops are. Yeah, incursions is kind of becoming stale. You didn't do anything. That's the problem. Hey, Nuts, how's it going, bud? How's it going? Sloane has a lot of stuff that I really like. Isolytic damage, always a good thing. Isolytic doesn't always add a ton to your power, your ship power and stuff, but it is very impactful in the game. So he's good for helping out with hostiles here. He has this ability that increases the combat scavenger ability. I haven't done much with that. If you're into incursions, which we just talked, a lot of people aren't, and it's becoming stale, this will help with your loot ability there. Supposed to boost it. This one I've been trying to work on because, you know, the hostile loot this month was a pain in the butt, but he does help with all ships hostile loot. So any bonus I can get for that, I'm going to get, especially since I didn't have the Reliant. So... yeah, General, we just talked about that, Dav. Just, it wasn't working. I don't know why. So I can finish this and we can keep going, but gosh, I'm not sure why sound alerts aren't working. Okay, fine. Enough people are having problems with it. We're going to take a short break. Let's figure this out. Oh, we've got ads in 2 minutes too. Maybe that'll give me the time to fix it. Wonder if I go here and then there. Let's try that. All right, sound alerts. Let's see what Twitch has done to you. All right. Might be as simple as slapping Twitch around a little bit. You know what I mean? All right, that seems to be working. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working. It should be. All right, so no, it shouldn't be offline. That's interesting. What if we... won't even let me look at properties on that. But yeah, ISO does punch through. Does oftentimes just adding an ISO officer will make a huge difference to the hostiles I can punch up and take out. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. Dude, it's crazy. It's like sound alerts won't let me change anything on it. Trying to look at that. Usually I can go in, reset it, but it doesn't even give me the option. So I'm going to have to figure out, do some testing and see what's going on. I blame Twitch. Should be. Oh, Lloyd, you didn't catch it, bud. You didn't catch it. Boom. I caught it that time. Well, you keep mentioning it, Dustin. Maybe they will bring it to the game. Okay, so sound alerts aren't going to work tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently that's not working. And it says it should be working, but it's not. So, I'll just have to slap around my streaming software at some point down the road and figure out what the heck's going on. You can barely hear the music. That's what I wonder. I turned it down a little bit because last time it was too loud. Alrighty, there we go. We'll turn it up just a little bit. No, it looks like it's a problem in the streaming software, I think, but I don't think it's something I can fix unless I like restart. Maybe. What if I? Yeah, it's gonna be something I'll have to fix off. Because if I switch that, it may be maybe something I'd have to like pause stream for, and I don't want to do that. Just looking at here, so more volume nuts. What volume do you need? I've got. Hopefully you're hearing my voice just fine. We turn up the music a little bit. I like to have a little background noise. You know what I mean? So those, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's some good efficiencies here for Sloan. He also has some efficiencies for like Proto Matter and Forbidden Tech Catalyst that I like. And then there's these I think it says hull health, yeah, and then energy or base weapon damage. So I like the isolytic, I like the loot, I like the efficiencies. Sloan is a great officer to unlock if you have not unlocked that yet. So, very, very much worth it. He's one of the top ones I would unlock because when I got him, he was a pretty significant impact to my game. Now I'm just slowly trying to get his skill points. That's the big kind of bottleneck and the big difficulty. Oh, the repair for the Kara, huh? Yeah, there's repair time research in the game, and eventually you hit enough hostiles that you have so many repair speed ups you don't know what to do with. So I think that's where they kind of fix it, is by playing the game you get enough repair speed ups that it doesn't matter. Yeah, I hear you, David. I did really like absolutely love. I'm gonna be honest that I love that this month they added so many different sourcing options through the augment faction. So that is fantastic, and I hope that they keep doing that. I hope they keep doing that. So with Kirk, once again, he has some general stuff I like. Weapon damage. He also has efficiencies, but his, as we talked about, Spock had some kind of not ship base like efficiencies for your base. Kirk has efficiencies for ship components, so you kind of pay attention to that whenever you're doing a bunch of upgrades, like on the weekend or when you're doing a spend event or whatever. Ship XP, great to always have that, 125%. I think there's been some other things that have come in since Kirk to help with ship XP, but that is definitely there. Here you can choose between warp speed, which caps out at 250%, or you can get impulse speed. And I always just went with impulse speed because I told myself most of the time is going to be spent hitting hostiles. So I want to be able to get around the system as fast as possible. So for me, that's why I went with Kirk. And that's kind of his best things that I saw there. There's some other things that can help some players out. Like we've got reputation if you're farming a certain faction there. Damage against certain type of hostiles, you know, for FKR, Federation, Klingon, or Romulan. There's some stuff here like you got swarm hostiles, rewards from the Actian hostiles, inert probes dropped from hostiles. Some good stuff here at certain points in the game, but for me, by and large, he kind of feels like a general officer, but the things that jumped out most to me are the XP that you get and the impulse speed, and, oh, we didn't cover this one, the warp range. I always try to have this max as much as possible. So that's what I would recommend, that you try and have his warp range max as much as possible to get to the systems you need to. Especially like there's certain ships like the Gorn Eviscerator. Are you kidding me? The warp range on that thing totally blows. Okay, so those are kind of some general things for Kirk. Let me see here as I was talking there. Here it takes way long. Yeah. Well, Scopely loves us playing the game. That's all I can say. and I have some long, like hours long repair times, but I get so many speed ups, thankfully, through the game that it hasn't been a big issue. So I think that's where they kind of do it. You need Q help, and which FC do you want? So, Nuts, does that mean you need help with your Q's trials? If it does, let us know in chat and we can try and help you. We did talk earlier about how Admiral Janeway, if you're hitting Explorer hostiles at least, these abilities right here, this one here in decreasing their base damage is huge. And this one increasing or decreasing the base shield mitigation Q's trials is also helpful. So those two were really great abilities to have. You upgrade when you need to, so you don't have patience. Well, I'll tell you, if you have try and exercise some patience, then you can win some more officers. Horny Animal, awesome! Welcome on in, Horny's gifting. What'd you do? Gift 5 subs? Oh, does that mean I have to run? I don't have my shoes down here with me, and I don't have the camera fixed. Horny Animal, how's it going tonight, bud? How are you doing? I literally spent 10 minutes trying to figure out why my other camera wasn't working. It just shows like a black blank screen. But I'll tell you what, Horny, I'll take a video of me running. If this is okay with you, I'll take a video of me running and I will post it like I'm trying to decide with no, there's no lens cover. It's just a black screen. I'm like, what's going on? So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I have multiple cameras on my thing, so I don't know, but it doesn't seem to like the second camera. Although I did have two cameras at one point, which we know because we had the camera here and the camera there. I mean, we had them both running on a couple of streams. So anyways, I'll try and take a video, even if it's short, because it won't let me post a large video. Although I may have to post it as like a memory or whatever they call it on Twitch. I may have to post something there just to prove that I did it. But I appreciate it, bud. Okay, so couple things I noticed in chat I want to make sure that I don't miss. Dustin, the thing that I struggle with the Gorn ship is the warp range. We have a crew that we've been using that I believe Lloyd and someone in YouTube land had shared, but Lloyd was really big on making sure that I knew that it worked like Chen. But essentially it's Strange New Worlds Pike, Pelia, and Chapel on your bridge. And anyways, those three do a great job of hitting the hostiles, but the problem is the warp range where I can't get my ship to reach the next system. So it's kind of like, okay, it is what it is. Kind of sucks, but just I wish it had a better warp range. Go to your Q castle, pick one, and load up your crew and FC, making sure to get us your artifacts to engage. You're in the 3-star and the 4-star trials. So I guess it depends how far you're getting in them, but Janeway's abilities right here, Nuts, will really help with those, even if you're still kind of struggling with them. But I would get these at least to like level 4 or 5, and you'll see some good efforts there. This one, the reason why this one works so well, if you remember right, the and we just did this on stream, but we literally took a Pike Monroe Chen. Okay, fine. We'll do one for you, bud. I think I have Taco Bell's left. Okay, I have enough for one. Okay. So, it's not going to be 81.5. Thanks, Floyd. Thanks for the biddies. Appreciate that. Oh, we're getting multiple biddy submissions by Floyd. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's do this. So this is the, and now the thing you have to know about what I'm going to show you here, Nuts, and we've already went over this, so I'll try and be brief for chat and everyone that was here earlier. But you're gonna have with these, since they're explorers fire primarily energy weapons, right? Well, in the Q's trials, you're gonna have both energy weapon and kinetic weapons up till about 1.1, I think, billion strength hostiles. It looks like you're at the 2.7 billions. I do need, I'm not that bad on my face, but my hair is out of control. Here, hold on a second. Okay, I was wearing my hat, so you can't tell, but this thing is getting fro-like. Can you see that? Can you see that? Fro-like. Too bad I can't afford a haircut for 2 bits. Alrighty, so back to it for Nuts. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you. So since you're in that range, Nuts, the 1.1 billion above, they should have energy weapons. No, the firing pattern, well, in this case it doesn't, because this will stop everything basically. So let's start this, and I'm just going to show this to you, Nuts, and it should hopefully be energy weapons. Oops. And sometimes you get to the point where you're like, the hostile is just too hard for me to beat. So assuming, where is my Q's trial again? Let's locate. That'll be the quickest. Okay, nuts. So here we go. So we're going to hit it with a Rialta. And assuming it fires all energy weapons, this is just amazing. And remember, this is the ability that we just looked at here. This is Janeway's ability right here, where she is reducing the incoming damage. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail here in a second, but Janeway's pretty fantastic here. All right, thanks for hanging out with us, Lloyd. Good to see you, bud. Oh, it must have fired more than just energy weapons, so that didn't work out so great. Let's see if we can see anything in the battle log, though. Okay, so this at least I can show you this. What happened earlier, Nuts, is we hit a hostile that did just energy weapons. This is a little bit different because it's not going to fire just energy weapons, I think. But look, it's doing 0 damage, and that's because you have Pike Monroe Chen, and as we've learned in community, Pike Monroe, they significantly increase the effectiveness of Chen, essentially stopping, like, what is it, like 96% of damage or some crazy number like that. But then when you throw in Janeway's ability there of reducing incoming damage, she basically takes their energy damage down to 0. So we've got energy weapons firing, and if we looked up, I'm sure these are kinetic right here, but then we have kinetic weapons firing and then 0 damage again. So anytime we're taking 0 damage, hey, Ostis, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. So anytime you're getting energy weapon damage with Pike Monroe Chen, you're going to be taking 0 damage. In theory, you can do the same thing with Pike Monroe, say Talon or Kath, if you have a hostile that's firing kinetic weapons. But this is one secret you can use when you get to some tougher kind of hostiles that you're trying to take out. So if I then repair, we'll take this out so I don't waste a Q's trial. What should we hit it with? We'll just take it out. One problem, and there'll be a couple of caveats that I want to mention. One is if you're hitting it with a ship that can't do enough damage in 100 rounds, you won't lose. And we saw that earlier in stream, but you won't lose, but it goes 100 rounds, and then that's the max rounds Scopely gives us for our battles. And then after those 100 rounds are done, well, let's just hit this one. Then the battle is ended, it's done, it's kaput, and you don't win, but you don't lose either. Like, you don't beat the Q's trial or the hostile, but you win because your ship doesn't blow up, I guess. I don't know. So that's something you can do on explorers. You just kind of have to play around with some crews. Where is, I meant to click on that for the report. So once again, we'll look at this. Enterprise is going to do enough damage. It's only 1 round because it's the Enterprise, I guess. But once again, it does no damage. So that's the basic theory there, Nuts, is trying to find a crew that can do that. If you're doing more than just the explorers, that one may not work, but you may have to play with some different crews. I have found success with like a Strange New World crew. What was the crew I used up to that point? I'm trying to remember. I think I had Mbegna, Strange New Worlds, as the captain for the mitigation. And then I think I had, like, who was it? I want to say it was Lorca for the hull breach. And then, oh, I know who it was. Where is she? I think it was Pick Bev. Where is she? I may have to sort. So it was a crew I was using for quite a while before Janeway came out and I was able to unlock her and get those skills unlocked. But so you've got Lorca for the Hull Breach. Where's the Strange New Worlds crew? Pike. We can look at his abilities. Or no, not Pike. And Begna. Am I even saying his name right? Increasing all mitigation stats. Significant increase in mitigation stats. He's going to be increasing your shield. So that's helpful. And then where's the Picard? Must be higher up, right? Let's see. From the Picard arc. All right. Where is it? Picard. It should jump. There we go. Picard Bev. So her officer ability increases critical hit damage by 8% every time your ship is hit by an attack when fighting non-armada hostiles. So that one seemed to be pretty helpful. That and only multiple shots coming from a weapon only trigger at once. So that is what it is, but it's cumulative. So you're going to be significantly increasing your critical hit damage as you're getting shot at. So this one was pretty helpful, having her on the bridge as well. So that's just another crew I can give you that might be helpful, but hopefully that kind of gives you some information there. Not to anyone else that is interested. Last one I want to talk about here is Lorca. And what isn't Lorca good at? I mean, if you have the chance, if you don't have him yet and you have the chance to unlock him, I can't stress enough how awesome he is. Hammered as in drunk, or hammered as in you're just getting blown up in the game. and it might come down to, you may be hitting, depending what you're using, but you might be hitting a ship that's just too strong for you, and you have to work on your ships and get back to a later point, in which case you just need to drop down to a previous. And you know what, I was going to mention this. So this is one thing worth mentioning. In the Q's trials, Scopely recently, within the last few weeks, maybe it was a week or two ago, they had some impossible to beat hostiles that came into the Q's trials. So how I discovered, and I had to kind of go through the battle report, but how I discovered, sorry Chad, I keep coughing. It's probably all this talking I'm doing. But the impossible to beat Q's trials, when I was using Janeway with the strategy I talked about earlier, if you see that like in the first round, you're taking 0 damage, and then you get to like your second round where you have like maybe one shot that's 0 damage, but then all of a sudden you get hit with like a 52 billion or trillion like shot after shot after shot. That is, for me, that's what happened to me, and I think that is the impossible to beat Q's trials. We could look at the stats. I never dug that much into it, but I'm like, Janeway should be making it so that these energy weapons aren't damaging me at all. But the logs I submitted to support, I submitted a ticket, but I'm like, look, I'm taking 0 damage, and then all of a sudden I get hit with this 52 billion trillion shot, whatever it was. That's a problem. That means that it's not working. She's not stopping it for whatever reason. So as soon as I sent that into the ticket, they're like, yeah, it looks like that's a problem. And they reset my Q's hostile. So that's what I would say to watch out for. If you have an impossible to beat one, pull up the battle log and see if you have something similar. If you have something like that, take some screenshots, send in a ticket to Scopely and say, this is an impossible to beat Q's trial. Please fix it. Please refresh my hostile to a new one. And if they see that and they don't do it, then they're blind as blind can be. So that's the one thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned when we're covering Q's trials, though, especially since that was a recent kind of thing. Okay, so great things about Lorca. Lorca is kind of just an all-around. You want to keep him in that first slot so you can use his Lorca's Fist, which I'm going to admit, I'm starting to think maybe I should start working on that. So I haven't worked on that yet. I prioritize other things. I prioritize like efficiencies in that middle column. There's some great efficiencies. I haven't touched these first two ones very much, but you've got reactors and catalysts. So we're talking forbidden tech, not chaos tech, forbidden tech. Then we also have artifacts efficiency. Just crazy how much those really impact your game. There's also efficiencies for buildings, 250%, materials, 120%. I believe that was materials for base. Yeah, for your buildings. Base cost efficiency, materials and resources when upgrading ship components. This is huge. So a lot of great efficiencies. Here's a bunch for ship parts. Already at like 300% there for me. It caps at 500%. So pretty great there. What else? This is great here. This has two impulses. I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me in chat why, but they've got two. One here is just when you hit a ship, it lasts until its next battle or return to station. And then they have this one for like wave defense. Doesn't that first one do basically the same thing? Except, I guess, getting to your first hostile? I don't know. I think that's dumb. These are important, but I haven't gotten back to working on them yet because I've worked on other things. But these two right here are super important. Isolytic damage for all your ships. Get all the isolytic you can. It's a game changer. It will really help you out. Beginning of each round of combat, when your opponent has any status effect applied, increase your critical hit chance for 1 round. So that's helpful. I've been told by, I think someone in chat had said that one was really great for armadas. So fantastic one right there. I think these are, let's see, armadas and invading entities. So base weapon damage against non-armada hostiles. So that could be helpful to if you're hitting some of the tougher hostiles this month, I suppose, but I don't have that unlocked. Weapon damage against players. So that's great. So efficiencies, there's isolytic and other things here that are really important, really helpful. Officer stats, I think, is helpful. Where's some other ones here? This is another one that I prioritize because warp speed is what you need to get to the armadas and the hostiles. Cut down that time because I don't want to spend time waiting for my ships to get somewhere. I want to spend time hitting the hostiles. So that's important to me. Isolate defense, good to have. I haven't found that it's super impactful yet in the game, although who knows what Scopely will come out with later in the game. Hostiles that we may need massive amounts of isolytic defense because of how they're structuring things. I don't know. So we'll have to see, but I think he is a fantastic officer. That's a good question, David. Let me look at my 3-star. I think so. I think I saw some on the top of the 3 that were that hard, that were normal. See, I've got like some 5 billion hustles. That's right. So I had some that were there around the 5 billion range. Let's look at the others. That one's it's not a normal like FKR type hostile. Yeah, 5 billion. That strikes a chord with me, like that my top power was like a 5 billion hostile in the 3-star trial. So I think it's a fair like power for a hostile because I had the same question though, David. I had the same question. I wondered myself, should I be hitting a hostile this difficult? But I seem to remember asking around and people were telling me what I'm telling you is that it's basically a legitimate hostile in that range. So I guess work on your ships and your research and see what you can do. But just drop down to the lower levels if you have to, I guess. Does it go against the Khitomer Accords? Do the Khitomer Accords even exist in STFC? That's a good question, Dustin. That's a good question. I can do 4 stars easier than this 3. Probably the earlier 4 stars, right? And I think I did the same thing, just trying to get some more items out of the track. But yeah. I hope that's helpful, Nuts. It's a little hard to show you since I already spent all my trial bells on other things, but yeah, hopefully the crew I suggested or the strategy with Pipe Chen, hopefully that kind of gives you some help there. But Q's trials can be tough. They can be tough, but alrighty. So I'm still working on some of this stuff here. Or did Starfleet get punished for causing the burn? You'll have to tell me more about that. My knowledge there might be a little lacking, Dustin. Fill in the blanks for me, bud. Oh, shucks. Sorry, bud. You got her, David. Have a good one, my friend. Have a good one. Man, having a lot of fun talking about all sorts of cool stuff here tonight with you all. Hopefully it's helpful. It's one thing, we're all just progressing. We're all just going forward and trying to get as much out of this game as we can. My one thing is I don't know everything, but hope and develop this community where we can have players that help each other out. On my streams and so forth, at least. I know we already have a great community that helps each other out. It's one of the reasons why a lot of people are probably still here. Oh man, I've got so many dailies and stuff to do still. All right, let's have a look. Oh, I haven't done my my tournaments. You know, I just so you know, I save stuff in case we need to like just do dailies and stuff. But when we have good conversation like this, I prefer it because I'm able to help you all out and we get stuff done. But sometimes it's like, okay, now I need to do my stuff. Starfleet lost core world of Earth and Vulcan and Nivar and Andorian and a lot of Federation world. Well, you have more of the lore down, I guess, than me, so shame on me. I am sorry. But yes, I watch Star Trek. I've been watching movies, Star Trek movies and shows religiously kind of since I was a kid. So hopefully that doesn't totally ruin your belief in me and my ability to do stuff here. All right, temporal disruptors. Ooh, I love this one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Does anyone else do the temporal disruptors? Let's see, where do we go? We go to our artifacts. Whoops, right there. There we go. I'm like, where is it at? Scopely is hiding it from me. I wonder if I should like turn some of these in. We'll just do the easy ones right now. Okay, so it's going to be 125 of these. 50. And if anyone doesn't know this strategy, please let me know in chat and we will review it. How you can do this for yourself. There may be some limitations on ops level, if I remember right, but I can at least explain it so you know. So nice to have some easy to complete ones here. Booyah! Okay, there's the 15,000 points. And that's how easy it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy it is. Let's go claim that sucker. There's one down, 6-star materials. Yes, please. All right, so we need to get gas. Who's got the beans? Floyd, where's you got the beans tonight, bud? Grand Admiral Hunter needs some beans. And I think the conversion rate has typically been better. I'd have to math it again, but we're just going to assume that it is. And we'll pull a bunch of these here. Break the mold. Okay, we got 380 points. We'll just keep going. This is a pretty easy one, but I don't want to waste it if the conversion rate for getting the 200 as opposed to the 50 is worse. So we'll just climb the ladder, get the 2200 points that we need. And I believe this one, where it's the materials, is only G6. So unfortunately, if you're not in the G6 area, I don't think this one is going to be an option for you to get the, what you call it? To get the 10,000 point task. Yeah. But I'm still saving some of my turn-ins, like my Borg turn-ins. I'm saving my Dominion turn-ins for this. 1710. We're making progress, chat. We're almost there. Alrighty, we're 2090. I'm gonna claim 10 at a time now to get to that 2200, I think it is, right? Alright, probably one more should do it. I think, right? Alright, let's go check. Heck yeah. We're 2 for 2, chat. We're 2 for 2. All right, fusion rods. Let's clear out that one. And I'm just getting an ever increasing amount of these refresh credits. Ugh. Maybe I need to save money for a better chair, chat. This chair is not very comfortable. Oh, and this is the one that Zero does, right? This is the one that Zero does. I don't save enough on my turn-ins for this, but need all the syndicate we can get, trying to cap out or max out syndicate. Is anyone getting close at all? I've got about a little over a level left, almost to 54. Feeling pretty good about that. Ooh, export credits. Yes, let's do that one. I love that one. And this one's thanks to Lloyd. Lloyd and chat months ago helped me out with this one. All right, so it's locked in. It's all glowing green. Acquire 6,000 uncommon board credits. Now, I think we could do the risk, but let's go to the Enterprise NX-01. Woo woo! Well, you're lower level 2, Dustin, so that's cool. That's totally fine, man. Keep plugging away at it. 22. Man, I wish I could be 22 again. Both syndicate level and real life level. Oh, we'll just do the safe one. How does that sound? 16. I think 16 will do it. Just save these for the turn-in. See, 6,000 uncommons. Booyah. And that's how easy 3 of these are. Some of them, like the one for materials, was G6 related, but you can stock up on those and just do just fine here. Ooh, looks like there's another one for gas, but I'm out of attempts. And I'm really sad they don't have anything new, so I'm gonna have to really think hard about what I want to get here. I do need more eviscerator parts, so I'll probably get that. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get the eviscerator parts anyways. Those are very much worth it. It's getting really expensive to upgrade my eviscerator. Alrighty. Alrighty. Are there any other parts I usually get? I don't remember. I'll need to look at my artifacts, see if there's anything else I want to get there. But then it's down to artifacts and primes, I guess. Oh, Prime Valor. I definitely want to get that one. That one should help with additional warp range for the, the Discovery. there is a strategy that I haven't been able to deploy, and I don't know if they'll ever come out with this free to play, but there is... Let's look at it while we're talking about it here real quick. So if we look at the refits, and this was shared by some higher levels. I know Deli was on and sharing this. I don't remember who else was on at the time, but it involves using the Spectre here. So with this one for your Gorn Eviscerator, and this is Scopely's answer to the warp range sucking, by the way. But let me make a note of this really quick here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make some notes about some of the things that I can make little videos out of. So the Spectre, one thing that you can do with this is increasing your isolate damage by 40%, ops 40, scales on your ops level, reaching 100%. So some increase in isolate damage, which is really nice, and critical hit damage by 70% for your ships that traverse a spatial rip. Spatial rip buffs are temporary. So I think the basic strategy, which I don't have this, so I can't test it, I can't show it on stream, unfortunately, but I think what the strategy here is that you are discoing. Take your disco out to some, and this is a strategy specifically, you could use it in other places, but specifically, let's say that you want to take your Revenant, which may not have the warp range, to get to some of these bigger armadas. So if you're going out and hitting with the Revenant, these Borg type 3.1, 0.2 armadas in this range right here, right next to Federation space, if you can go to the 70 system, for example, you take your disco there, you summon your Spectre, you create one of those rifts, and then players from your alliance can use the rift to go to hit that armada. And if your ship goes through that rift that it creates, then you're able to, excuse me, then you can take advantage of those buffs that we just looked over that come with having the Spectre, and you can really damage those armadas. So when can you do that? Not just for loot, but there's some events where doing damage with your ships is pretty impactful to you scoring points in like a solo leaderboard. And so that's where it can come in, is you can save some of these directives, which aren't very plentiful for the group armadas by any stretch of the imagination. But you can go and you can hit those armadas for some pretty massive points and rewards. So something to keep in mind. There's a lot of ifs with this, but I figure I'm going to be trying to max out my warp range with that Prime Valor research. And if they ever come out with the Spectre, I'm hoping I can unlock that free to play so I can do something like that. Currently I can reach the 70s, but you never know what other kind of content Scopely's going to come out with that it might be useful to have an additional warp range for. So for me, I think that's a fantastic research that I would probably suggest in tournaments that we all kind of go out for. Try and unlock and max out your warp range for your disco. Even grabbing these ahead, because you know you need to get so many of these and you can only get like 500 per tournament run. So that's probably something good to grab every single tournament, if you ask me. Cool. Well, with all this coughing, hopefully I'm not getting sick, chat. Alrighty. Should we look and see what events we have today? What events do we have to do still? So there's domination. What do we need? Like 1 million more points? Let's see. See if we can find an officer that we can tier up. That's my problem. Let's find an officer that we can tier up here. 15, 20. I'm probably gonna overlook, so there's 15, 15. I think I can probably look this up in Spock's Club, but I'm hoping one will just jump out to me that we can just get 1,000,000 points from. That's my problem with these. I may need to... Oh, felon. There we go. Okay. It's 270. I don't know if that's going to give us enough points. Let's go see, chat. Let's see what other... How many more points we need on that one. That might... I don't think it's going to do it. I think we're a little shy. Yeah, 166,000 more points. Ah. All right. Wrong place, Grand Admiral. Wrong place. Let's see what else we got. All right. Just go to the bottom of the list, I guess. See what we can... What officer? I think there was one that didn't max for their level. We may have to do the rest with ship XP. 10, 15. Son of a gun. I may be out of options here. That's hard to believe. I thought I had someone else that I could level up. Oh, there we go, Barclay. He could have done it with one shot. All right, fine. We'll level Barclay. I'll have to try and remember that next time. Barclay, Barclay, Barclay. Alrighty, that one's done. Booyah. Scotty unlocked him because I have a feeling we're going to need him in some future hostels. Oh, what was this one? In the artifact gallery, I find my end. What am I that upgrades transcend? Ooh, so something in the artifact gallery. Do we have to tier up something, level something up maybe? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see what we can figure out. I guess I'm gonna try and level one of these and see if it does anything. Level up. Ooh, I think that did it. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go have a look and make sure. I think that was the points we needed to complete that one. Oh, no. I got 1,000 points for something. Oh, that didn't do it, huh? So it's only 100 points. Okay. So I got some points in some other event. But it's artifacts. Does that mean... Huh. Artifacts. Is it like one of these? No. Temporal disruptors, huh? So if I use like... Will that give me the 100 points I need? Oops. Was that the secret? Was that it? Yes, I believe it was. Thank you so much. I'm like, what else could it be? I didn't want to waste anything, so there we go. Boom. George, you can just be like, drop the mic. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh, that may come perfectly in perfect timing. So I need... Oh, no, it's 800 more points, so 4 more days worth, huh? That won't be pretty perfect timing. I was thinking I need some more syndicate to get this stinking event done. Or at least to get to the 3rd tier. I was hoping to get to the 3rd tier of this one. The syndicate advancement. I still need 1.5 million points. I might be able to do it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I tried saving my oh, what you call it? I tried saving my battle pass, like not even doing it on the first one, because the first one I could do the 2 levels with like the faction or the rep in the DTI. But I accidentally claimed yesterday one of the 6 material tournament tasks, and so I had to turn in my top track to get some stuff to complete that event. So anyways, it is what it is, but hopefully I still have enough to finish it off in the next 2 days. Solar wave defense, 10,000 points. Oh, this is one that I probably can't complete without the garbage machine, or the garbage, whatever you call it. Ooh, I'll have to get with my Alliance Layer to do that one, I guess. I do need to do solo wave defense, but unless there's anything else, I'll do other stuff first. Oh, Parabellum. Oh, there's an artifact hunt. I wonder if I can place in that. Let's see. What was like the top 50 gets something? I really want to get in the top 10. 196,000 points, huh? Upgrading temporal artifact. Restore, upgrade. Restore, upgrade. Huh. Okay, so these are all temporal artifacts, which I could... Let's go to the artifacts and let's look at that. If I just go crazy and just upgrade everything I can, is that a good strategy? Krenum weapon. Oh, I can't do that one because I need to be a higher level. Max. I do have some. I'm trying to remember if these are considered temporal ones or not. All right, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna upgrade the heck out of things. But I'm gonna check to see, because I always forget, and this is the thing I hate the most about fleet commanders, is that they have these ones you have to, the selectable skills. I can't tell you the number of times I've forgotten to change. Look, it's on Forbidden Tech. So I'm glad I checked. All right, so let's switch on over to artifacts and let's just go crazy, shall we, chat? Let's go see what we can upgrade. I have some cool ones. So this one I think is PvP. Reduces base damage of player opponents. Yep, let's do it. There's 20,000 points. Ooh, I've got some other cool stuff here. Increases isolate damage while opponent has any state applied. Ooh, I like that. I do, because it's just opponent. So extra isolatic right there. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, this one has another level I can get. Great. I'll take it. Oh, we're just going through events right now. I'm trying to see what I can upgrade to get me some sweet points, bud. And I did make sure that Lorca his skill was selected. Or what you call it. It was on Forbidden Tech. Now it's on artifacts. Yep, make sure that's done. Decreasing the apex barrier. Let's see, at least one more. Nope, not quite enough for one more level there. But welcome back, bud. Welcome back. Let's see what we got here. DTI plaque. That's not an epic. Ooh. Let's see about this one though. Good. I need cost efficiency for some of that stuff. Some of that is expensive, and I'd rather spend it on upgrades than repairs. All right, those can be helpful. Ooh, let's upgrade this one. Cost efficiency, yes, please. I'm gonna try just to spend enough to get me in the top 10, and then we'll see in the morning where that puts me. Temporal wreckage loot. Heck yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're in position 14. We're climbing the ranks. DTI plaque. Damage against invading entities. Yes, please. I'll be able to stock up, punch up, and get some good loot there. Okay, we're almost in the top 10. Let's see what else we want to upgrade here. The Batleth. Yes. PvP damage. Great. It'll give me points in the event, at least. We may run out of stuff here, but... Oh, this one... Yes. Now, I don't think I'm getting points. It's just for upgrading, so I don't think I'm getting points for spending the temporal disruptors. Ooh, I don't think this is a temporal one, is it? I still got points for it, though. Okay, 169. Got a couple of these. Well, we're in position 12. That's getting up there. I want to go back and look at the event. I don't think... I guess if I spend some of my temporal disruptors, I could then score in the event or get in the top 10, but... I believe these are temporal, right? Okay. Not as many points as unlocking. Got really good, like, felt really good about the ones I unlocked, the epic ones, but not as many points for these, but
Times were far, chase dreams break the mold. Times get hard, hearts grow cold.
it's like damage against armadas. That's a good one.
Families sheltered through the stormy fray.
We're a little shy on some of these.
Grown into men, journey far to where it all began.
Maybe we'll just leave it there till tomorrow and we'll just kind of see where we land in the morning. I like that. I like that. All right, let's see what other events we have going on. Let's see here. Parabellum, we can do that one. And this one, I don't know. Oh, it's SMS. Priority 1 assignments. How many? All right, so let's see what we can do with those. I haven't spent anything on those, I think, for a while. And it might actually get me some a little bit closer. 16 hours. Okay. 20, and then if we use a 1 minute speed up, there we go. Let's see, fingers crossed. Yeah, success. I'll take those Pioneer Crests. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so this one's only 4 days. Oh, I don't know if... I don't have him. All right, let's see. I think I can refresh now. Hopefully that resets it, so it's something I can do. Surprise. Defense. Yeah, let's go defense. Alrighty, let's start that one. Very good, and then we should be able to speed it up. Fears to tread. Ooh, hopefully that, let's see what that gives us. Hopefully that completes that event for us. I had to skip it before because I didn't have the speed ups, but this time I think that will complete it, which I'm feeling really good about. I'm feeling really good about that. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Yes, got it. Well, once I get the Reliant, we, us, me, I, whatever. Hopefully that will make those easier. Where were we? Tier 12? Awesome. I'll have to check and see where mine is at. I just bought a whole bunch of parts in the tournament. Ooh, a rare. Nice. Let's look at the defense officers. Yeah, let's go with Mud. Oh, that's what I've heard, Dustin. I heard it really sucks initially, and for a while. But, I mean, it's pretty typical Scopely. Like, most ships don't become useful or helpful until at least tier 4 or 5. But just, I had a lot of players telling me that they couldn't even, like, hit, like, they could hit, I think, the 40 level hostiles, but you got much beyond that, and it was useless. Like, just a heap of garbage. Do I put Marcus on there? Oh, son of a gun, you're right. I barely have enough items to start this one. Okay, so let's try and reconfigure that then. Okay, so we don't have any of those abilities? Is that right? I don't think I have any of those abilities, Lloyd. Now I could go out and... Well, okay, so let's look. Mastermind. Wayoon has 2 of the abilities. Loyal. I know, right, Lloyd? Oh. Well, this just shows you that I'm a saver sometimes. Not in all things. But here I've done pretty good. So Wayoon, Mastermind, and Perceptive. Let's go find Wayoon and let's just upgrade that. And then we'll take a shot. We'll take a chance. Group probably. Or actually, if I go by name, he should be at the bottom, I think. Wayoon right there. But he's only tier 2. He's not gonna have great stats. That's gonna be the tough thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to unlock everything. All right, we'll take a chance. But doesn't it sort it by like strength or something like that first? Yeah. Anyways, we've got him. That's the most important thing. We've got him. Let's go back in there and we will try for it. I'm just worried about that critical leg. What I'm trying to do, and I don't know if this is the best strategy, Lloyd, but I'm trying to unlock the epic missions first, and then I want to go back and work on like the stats ones. Ooh, 58%. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, good. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Loyal. What about intelligent? Apparently we don't have very intelligent officers. Look at that. I've got Watt Carroll and that's it. We don't have any with the intelligent ability. I just don't have the officers for that, maybe? I could put McCoy. I could upgrade McCoy's loyal ability and put him down there. I'm thinking I might want to just take the chance that I might get a critical on it, even at 58%, and maybe put another defense officer on there for now. Because if I can at least get the first level, like if I don't crit and I get 5,500, that's still a win. Let's see what that gets us at if we put another good defense officer on there. What if we put Kirk? 80%. What do you think, Lloyd? I think that's a good strategy there. We have a pretty good chance of getting 5,500. I mean, 80% is what? That's what, a B? I mean, that's good to go with it. Yeah, I agree. I like it. Okay, I might have to do a poll to get more of these planetary charts, though. So before I forget, let's go in and do that. Where is it? It's in the faction, huh? Planetary charts. Ooh, I've got plenty for a double pull. And that should give me some more speed ups too. Let's do it. Let's be reckless. It didn't give me hardly any of the new speed ups. But I got some more planetary charts, so I'll need that for future ones. But yeah, I think so, Dustin. I think if you're not Ops 26, I don't think you can do it. Are you trying to buy the ship or just like earn like the? Because I think it's not even going to give you an option to earn the blueprints in here unless you're 26. Sounds like you need to level up your game, my friend. Level up. Yeah. I don't think it'll even give you the option here unless you're Ops 26. I could be wrong, but you can tell me. I'm guessing that you can't see it there, and that's why you're saying that. Okay, we're gonna take a chance on that. Alrighty. Ooh, I'm actually rank 1 in the Shuttle Bay leaderboard. Really? Wow, I'll have to watch that one, I guess. How am I compared to others? Oh, just barely ahead. Launch torpedoes in the upgrading process. Trait XP spend. Oh, is that what gave me that? Complete assignments. Critical success. Oh, there it is right there, huh? Spend however many trait XP. Nice. I was wondering, what did I do? What missions did I, or what? Is everyone slacking? All right, let's do Parabellum. I mean, I hate Parabellum now. Well, it gives me some 4-star in case I ever want to do that, I guess. I don't know. Let's go intimidate some people in faction space, shall we? I know whenever I saw a 60+ player in faction space when I was a lower level, I always was like, stay away from that guy. Whoa. Oh, I know one thing you missed, Lloyd, is we had a ref song come on. You weren't here to tell me to turn it off, so I just let it play. Up the mountain steep. Ugh. It's figured you weren't here, you wouldn't care. And I'm betting that is that event done. Seems like there was a time where I had to hit, it wasn't just one hostile. Oh, I haven't done the dimensional breach yet. That one is a must. It's like there was times, I swear, where Parabellum was one hostile and somewhere I had to hit more than one. I don't remember. But anyways, that is done. Alrighty, let's do this thing. Alrighty, I know we can beat some armadas up here. There's a rare armadas here? Yeah, and then epics here. And then uncommons here. I want to save the epics in case I need them for a tournament task. But we can at least start off with the uncommons. Maybe the rares. Let's go see what we can do. Now, I want to try a loot crew. So, let's go with... Because I... Try to remember if we did a loot crew last time or not. I don't remember off the top of my head, but... Let's do that, and then let's get 511, I think, for the other officer slot. And what about the below deck ability? We could get someone with mitigation maybe to reduce the incoming damage. I wonder if that... I don't know if that's more impactful than having, say, pick Q below decks. But let's just try it. Okay, so actually I think what I want to do is let's go here for the rares. Let's see how many we can take out. Should be an easy way to knock out the event as well. Yep, we've got plenty of directives to use here to burn through. All right, time for some pew pew action. Pew 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 pew. Wonder if I'll ever get to a point where there will be research where I don't take any hazard damage. What, that hunk of junk? Why would I want to use that hunk of junk? I know. I just don't know that it can survive. I haven't tested that, but I don't know if it can survive these armadas. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know it has the ability to do so. But I do have these to burn, so I mean, I have uncommons, like a bunch of uncommons I can run too, so I feel like it's no big deal. Plus, I kind of wanted to see how many rares I could beat with this. I know last week we did some of these solos, and we're able to hit an epic at the end, like we did, I think, uncommon, rare, and epic, but I think being able to do at least 3 would be great. 4 would be even better, but so far, we should be able to take out 3, I think. Maybe 4. And I know the Vindicator has some research that's pretty cool, bud. Ooh, I think we'll be able to take out the 4th one. Awesome. But I think it has some research that prevents or limits, it might even prevent the damage you take in hazard systems. So eventually it could be a good ship for that. It does. Yeah, I thought so. I just can't remember if it prevented it completely. All right, let's jump. Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree. The new specialist ships they've come out with recently, in recent months, take forever to level up. And I know that's just got to be a strategy from Scopely. But here we are. We've got the 200, the double shot. I love the double shot. Being able to take out multiple hostiles, do some solos, and then bing, bang, boom. What do you got? You got some TDs. Technological distinctiveness, 36,000. Nice, easy way to stock up on those once a week when I'm doing these. See, even without the Vinny, leaving cousin Vinny at home, still doing okay. Let's see. So yes, 3.63 million. That's almost... before I got, you know, when I was in the lower 60s, I was able to do a bunch of uncommon armadas in Dominion space. Is it Dominion space? It's the Gemma Hardar armadas. That's right, Dominion space. But as the higher up I got, the more points it required, and it's just not feasible now for me to rely on those for points. Maybe we'll do some uncommons to knock this thing out. Where's Floyd? His song is on. Oh, there's the Vinny. We'll wait to do our turn until the morning. It's the way to do it, right? Yeah, knock out the events as quick as you can. My auto grinding ships alone. Sounded like just the other day I was making all these songs for a stream. It's been really paid dividends having something to just kind of chill out with. Don't want to know. Auto grinding ships alone. And I still have my Fortunate Fleet set up. I haven't adjusted those. Here's 2,000 Sigma Trit to repair that thing. Oh, it's disgusting how much that takes. But yeah, I need more research. I need like 100 billion strength cube. Can I borrow that from someone, please? Anyone in chat want to lend me their 100 billion strength cube? Booyah. Let's take this thing out. Take much less damage in this system, though. I do need to do more on my research. I've been slacking on that. But when I have to decide between going up in an ops so I can take my cube up another level and doing research, I'm just a sucker for the ships. What can I say? See, 2,700 directives. Plenty of directives. Too bad the cube is just so slow moving through the system here. See, I've barely taken any damage from those armadas. Of course, I may struggle if I don't get enough that are spawning here. Yep, we still only have 2. That's the thing I hate about these, is I can knock out the 4 and then trying to get one to spawn doesn't always work. Alrighty, one more there. Speaking of 100 billion powered cube. Thanks for sharing, Joseph. I jinxed you. They're supposed to send it to me and not hit your base with it. Tell him Grand Admiral Hunter's streaming and he needs to borrow their cube. All good. Got another one to spawn. Woo woo! Let's do it. Love it. Bring death. Death to the Federation. Good thing I'm independent, because if I was like aligned with the Federation, then that would be horrible. But since we're independents in this game, we can kill whatever faction we want. And since I've locked my rep, it doesn't matter. Woo woo. Although I guess armadas really don't impact it, huh? I don't think they do. I'd have to check, but I think they give you positive rep for the other 2 factions. But anyways. Oh, we don't want to recall. Let's go and ping. Actually, let's see, manage. Didn't we do 5 billion? 5 billion shot. I want to say we can go to a higher level system. Let's look. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Floyd. I said it out loud and I'm like, wait, that's not right. All right, let's scan this one. We should be able to take out that one. Whole health. Yeah, so we can take out, since I can take out just over 5 billion, I can take out a 64. Nice. I need to remember that. For the longest time, I could do 63, but that extra research looks like it pushed us over the top. Nice. 64s. So that will give us, let's see how many TDs that gives us. 39. So almost basically 40,000. Nice. I will take that. So I went to lunch with my boss this week. We usually go to lunch on Wednesdays when I go into work. And we went out to this restaurant. It was called Nachos something. Nacho Business or something like that. Anyways, had this plate of nachos that we ordered, and they had different kinds that you could get, but their slogan or their little saying by their nachos was not a dry chip. In other words, every chip was going to have some sauce or some meat, whatever. It was going to have something on every single chip, because when you get nachos, they just put a bunch of nachos in like a little bowl or whatever, like if you go to like Costa Vida or Bajío or whatever it is, and then they just dump stuff on and try and get it on there. But inevitably what happens is you have the top layer that is covered with everything, and you eat all those and you get to the bottom layer and it's just chips. Like there's hardly any sauce or anything on those. But when I ate the chips that they brought, I think and I could have complained. I could have said I want my money back, but they only had, of their whole thing, it was like three total chips that had that didn't have any sauce on it. And I thought to myself, even though I could like argue and say, hey, I want my money back because these don't have anything on them, what a fantastic thing. It was amazing. It was so awesome that like pretty much every chip had something on it. I don't know about you, but that was a big one for me. It was a good place to eat, Lloyd. I definitely want to go back. I didn't even take my family there. It was a little expensive though. It was like $20 a plate though. So guess tariffs, is that impacting their prices maybe? Joseph, I would bet it's research. So he's a 60 with the Enterprise D that is not max, but 3.3 billion power. Is yours max then? For a while, mine was around your strength, but then I did more research and it got stronger, but... Rockefeller. You know it. I think we're getting sick of the places at the mall where our office is right next to, and so we're branching out, trying to find other places to go out to eat. I want to see where my Eviscerator is at, and yeah, I'm probably going to upgrade it just because I need a stronger ship. Oh, look, Lloyd, you said yours was 12, right? I think you said yours was 12 earlier. Dang, you're ahead of me, bud. Ooh, and I'm not going to be able to upgrade it to 12. Son of a gun. Oh, what a noob. This time it was my boss, but I paid last time, so. Here, USD strong Emperor D, and I have mine maxed, and I think I have good research. Yeah, and it could be primes, it could be other stuff that is helping them, you know what I mean? Oh, yours is 11? I thought you said it was 12. I'm close. Look at that. Between this one, I can do 2. But not 3. If I could do 3, I'd be really tempted. I want to get it to have better warp range. What warp range do I have now? Warp range 811, because I did upgrade Kirk's warp range today. Oh, you're 12. You can go to deep, deep, deep space now, huh? Ah, I hate you. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm looking at here. 900. I still need like another 89 warp. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll look for that some other time, I guess. I'll keep working on it. Eventually I'll get to this space. You never met your boss, Floyd? That could be a good thing. You may be unemployed if he meets you. Oh, that could, and if nothing else, just not being around your boss, sometimes the stress level can be lower, right? Yours is max. Finish all your research and 80% galaxy research. Yeah. I don't know. I had the same thing though, where like makes you wonder how someone had as strong a ship as they do. But I think it really probably comes down to research or various avenues of research, like not just research that you do in the research trees, but favors, fleet commanders, all the things, you know, buildings. Yeah. Son of a gun. Let's see. Making sure that we have events done here. Still need to finish that one. That's fine. That's fine. Find the joy. That's what it's about. I'm hoping that being able to take the eviscerator farther out will be easier to farm as the hustles get harder, you know? The eviscerator is actually something I would like to see them add to the independent archives. Ah, it's 13. That's awesome. I didn't buy it when it came out, and I've been trying to just keep up on the turn-ins and the upgrades and stuff, but I don't know if I was good at tournaments when it first came out with doing the 10,000 point mission, so I didn't get as many of the loot options from there. But I'm thinking of making a focus of this event store with ship parts. I usually push the dolomite particles pretty hard, but I think I'm getting near the end of that research, so it may not be that big of a deal. If I don't do the dolomite, I think I have 1 or 2 more researches left to do. So fingers crossed. I hear you, Dustin. I hear you. Sweeter than the day. What was it? I want to take my cube out. I've been having... I can't remember if we did this on stream, but I was having luck using... What was it? Below deck. Let's find... Maybe I need to sort it by group. I probably do. Group, I want the Toolman. Where are you, Toolman? Because it does have nacelles. It's such a weird looking ship. It's like an alien, and then it has Starfleet. Maybe the Gorn assimilated a Starfleet vessel. Yep, that's what I'm going with. going to drop him. And then let's go with Hugh. And then who else did I have below deck? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Watt Carroll. That's what it was. So going to hit the new hostiles. I just found that this crew worked pretty well for me. And I know the problem that some players have had is that Watt Carroll below decks doesn't have great... like your shields go down pretty quick. And what I did was I was using... Let's see here. I think I was trying to compare it with Janeway, because I made a video about this and someone asked me about it, but Janeway, EMH Doctor, and Anorax with Watt Carroll below decks. And then I compared it by just having Watt Carroll's below decks with this crew that I have on right now. And I found that in the first round that I would take shots, and you know, Janeway doesn't trigger until after you have taken, you know, shots, and then she'll trigger. Based upon like synergy officers, so determines how long it takes for you to take 0 damage. But I found that having Watt Carroll below decks, I was having about as many 0 shots damage from the enemies as I was having Janeway on the bridge. And so since I could keep my shields up, I found this crew to work a little bit more effectively than the Janeway crew. Partly because Giorgio, S31 Giorgio, has the Apex Shred that she's adding to it. So anyways, that I found was pretty helpful. And I'm trying to remember if it was 64 or 66 system I went to, but we'll try the 64. Oh, that's funny. I usually skip that stuff. Lloyd, I'm going to be honest. Reading the story and all that. Just, you know me, clickety click, click, click. I like me clicking. I've got better at the Picard maneuver, by the way. Ooh, looks like Leon's looking for some roles for tournaments. Don't you know I'm streaming, bud? I can't help you now. Alrighty, there we go. Try and leave that landmine of a ship near the outer edges. It's not quite there, but kind of close. There we go. Booyah. Ooh, should we try and hit the 70? Okay, we're gonna risk it. Let's see. Are we gonna beat it? Come on. Yes! Grand Admiral Hunter takes a gamble and he wins. Woo! I'll take that. Heck yeah. Let's see where we're at. Nice. I do like that they've added so many like additional options that it's not like 0 common splicers this far out in deep space. That was a nice change. Now we can use Vemit as the captain to take those out and you kind of take no damage, but I wasn't sure with the crew we had if it was going to win or not. You know, that 30% chance that they're going to kill you since I don't have the Reliant. And even if I did have the Reliant, I couldn't hit in 64 space with it. Curse you, Scopely. How much more do I have to get rep-wise? That's a good question. I'm at 7.4 million away from Superior, where I can start doing some of this other stuff right here. So that should be interesting. See how hard those hostels are. I've heard the Nightmare one is, well, a nightmare. You hit it 4 times. Fool me once. Shame on me, shame on you, whatever. I've had times when I've had to hit it a couple times, but we're talking law of large numbers, right? Where it averages over, say, 100 or 1,000 at 30%. It's been a while, knock on wood, since I have lost to one without Vemit as my captain. We talked about using Vemmet before, didn't we, Lloyd? Lloyd and Joseph and Dustin. If anyone doesn't know about that, let me know. It's a pretty handy trick. Yeah, we did. Good. Yeah. It's handy when you want to go out and just, you know, maybe once a day go and see if you can hit the surveys, but they just don't spawn enough for me. So when you're hitting the survey ships in this new augment space, Dustin, the surveys have a 30% chance of firing or just obliterating your ship. 30% chance. And as Lloyd says, 30% sometimes is a lie. Sometimes you lose 4 times in a row, a bunch of times in a row. But if you put Vemmet as your captain, and I've done a couple of different variations, but basically, I think I've even had it work where I had Vemmet as captain, and I had Walk Carroll as an officer, and the other officer slot as like 5 of 11. But anyways, when you have Vemmet as your captain, it basically negates the augment's ability to one-shot your ship. The surveys, anyways. I've also seen it work on the other hostile, the other chaser, but you don't get as much loot, I don't think. I'd have to look at some charts, but yeah. Well, just something for you to be aware of, Dustin. Maybe some knowledge that you can share with others and just say, hey, Grand Admiral Hunter shared this with me. It's a great tip for those who are in that space. Pass it on to your alliance mates or whatever. Someone told me in confidence before everyone started using it out in the community, and I feel fine sharing it now or talking about it on my stream last time and this time because, well, people are using it now, and DJ even talked about it on his stream. But the worry from the person that told me was, Grand Admiral Hunter, I just don't want Scopely to nerf this, and so please don't share it until like others are using it. And I just says, okay, it's fine. That's fine. You hit a minor. It took me a second to figure that out. Oh, that's a criminal conviction type stuff right there, bud. Yeah, not bad. But yeah, this cruise seems to work pretty well for me when I'm hitting these tougher hostiles. I probably need a tougher ship to be hitting these for epic loot. Well, we're what? Have about a third of our hull left, so coming here to once... Well, how many days is it? 4 or 5 days between epic turn-ins? But doing that once, coming to this system once in that time period to just stock up for the single turn-ins, I think would work just fine for me. I've got a crew, or I've got my ship strong enough that I can use a loot crew on the rares to farm the rare items and the rare and below, but the epic, not quite there where I feel like it's worth my time to try and farm for the double turn-ins. And only the double turn-ins on the others if I happen to have extra time that day. I'd like to do more, but you know, I think it comes down to having the new ship. And since I'm still months away from that, we'll just have to see what I can do. The others turn-ins. Oh yeah, and it's not, yeah, you're right. Not just getting the ship, Lloyd. Not just getting the ship, but tearing it up. And if it's anything like the Vindicator, how long that thing takes to tear up, it'll be a year before I use it. at least 6 months after I get the ship. You know what I mean? Like, how long has the Vindicator been out and I still don't use it? That's the problem. Like, if you're a higher level player, the specialist ships just aren't worth it. Oftentimes it's like it's going to take me forever to tier this thing up. Not just $100 to purchase it, but we're talking multiple packs just to tier it up to a usable level. Just not worth the spend. The only thing you get from it, I guess, is that you cut down the time that it takes you to get the ship. So you cut off that 3 months, so you have a jump start on tiering it, I suppose, but... Looks like a Star Wars ship. Let's see, where is that? I think it looks like a Power Rangers in spaceship. What do you guys think? I don't use my Vindicator like ever. But there it is. Vindicator, Power Rangers in space. I think it looks exactly where Scopely got their inspiration. Who at Scopely HQ is listening to some nerd who watched Power Rangers or watches Power Rangers? Okay, there's my 2 cents. Power Rangers in space is gone. I leave that up too long, you'd be like, Grand Admiral Hunter shows Power Rangers in space on stream. We can't watch his stream anymore. Self-ban. It's a space extension cord. It's something. Whoa, what is NorCal running? 68 uncommon? Oh, they're doing them. All right, cool. It's a new thing, Lloyd. It's a new feature of Twitch, apparently, that I just came up with. 14, almost 15k. That will satisfy my needs for getting my epic loot for the next turn-in, I'm sure. Let's see here. Epic, 52k. That should give me plenty. 6.8 million rep to go. Vindicator seems easier to level up with Latinum than mining resources and ship parts. Well, Scopely's got their plans. I'd have to look and see what we can use Latinum on there. I thought you couldn't spend it on the ship parts there. Not the Vindicator ship parts, so I'd have to look. But yeah, I'm thinking I need to spend on some ship parts in this event store. Some of the ships unlock things that you can unlock at higher levels of ship that just make sense. That's the only rainbow you like. I don't mind a rainbow after a rainstorm. I just can never find that gold at the end of the rainbow. You know what I mean? Ooh. Force. Almost 17k. Yeah, I'll take that. I just would have to make so many runs to do the double turn-in. It doesn't really make sense. Nice, yeah, but they capped it this month. Did you see that, Joseph? Did everyone see that they capped the turn-ins at like 10? Hey, mate, how's it going? We've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Where have you been? Where have you been, bud? Oh, good, we finished that one. Yes, we finished that one. All right, I want to go and look at the event store, but I guess we'll claim these reputation events first. But yeah, things are good, my friend. How are things with you tonight? We'll probably stream for just a few more minutes. I think I'm going to call it a night pretty soon here. Fun has been commencing for 3 hours. What are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? I was totally going to look something up, and now I don't remember. Oh, event store. Right. Where's the ship parts? So yeah, this makes me sad. And now it's got a limit of 10. And I'm thinking that I might not invest more in it, at least for now. We'll have to see how the loot kind of turns out, I guess. But I've got mine to tier 12. I have 2 or 3 more modules, I guess, 2 or 3 more weapons, and I'll be able to tier it up again. So it does everything I need to pretty much. I can stock up on broken ship parts. I've maxed my rep in the mirror. I've maxed, well, in the mirror universe is how I did it, but I've maxed my FKR rep. So I kind of feel like I may just take the slow grind path for it now. But yeah, they limited it to 10, which kind of sucks. But I did grab a couple of these. I may just get some more of these to get that work done, but I can multitask. There's multitasking and then there's switching between tasks quickly, and I don't know, yeah, you know, where people are at. At least get your Reliant up to tier 15. Yeah, no kidding. How long is it gonna take to get up there? Yeah, we had no, you're totally fine. No, totally fine, mate. I was just letting you know. I feel bad when someone that comes to stream regularly, and then they come at the end when I'm thinking that we need to end soon. I'm like, oh shucks, I'd love to hang out with you more, but sometimes you can't. Oh, but yeah, Dustin, I don't know when I'm getting that thing up to tier 15. Oh, it'll be just the challenge to unlock the thing. Let's see, how many more days do I have left? So 180 more. Okay, have a good one, Dustin. Have a good one, my friend. So I don't know where everyone else is at. I didn't see as many blueprints in like the missions either. But 180 divided by 2, that's basically still 3 months from today. Or tomorrow. 3 months from tomorrow. Well, I'm going to end very soon, Dustin. Yeah, probably just a couple more minutes. Probably just a couple of minutes. Looks like we've got Pika, Ultimate, DJs, and Kayla doing Final Fantasy, so we can raid into one of those. I can sleep when I die. Sometimes I like raiding to DJ and sometimes not. Sometimes it's like, does he have a good stream going on and do you all enjoy it? And sometimes I like just raiding to other people, but I think we can raid to DJs tonight. So, all right, everyone, I think we will call it a night. Sorry, Meat, that you're here so late at the end of the stream, but it's good to see you. Try and come earlier and we'll have some good times. I think we had some good conversations tonight. We talked about some really good things. I'll try and turn some of those into videos to post on YouTube, because I find when we post the whole thing, I don't know about you all, but watching hours worth of a stream again, or just watching hours, can sometimes be a little difficult. So I'm trying to just find take notes as we're streaming of things we talk about to make little videos out of. So anyways, we'll have a good night, everyone, and we will see you later. Okay, yep, I'm planning on it unless some emergency comes up, Lloyd. I'm planning on being here tomorrow night for our Jackbox games, and everyone else, feel free to join us for that. Same bat time, same bat channel, Star Trek Fleet Command, and Jackbox games. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully.